Morning. Any tips? What are you doing before you go to sleep? So you need to find something more relaxing to do before you go to sleep. Watching a screen is not it. Hate to say it, brother. I've got to turn this fan on. I'm absolutely boiling up here.
Seahog just resubbed for 43 months. 43 months, and I still don't know how to play Dota. Verdunkel Skafar just resubbed for 39 months. A sausage roll is a savory pastry snack, popular in current and former Commonwealth nations. They are sold at retail outlets and are also available from bakeries as a takeaway food. A miniature version can be served as buffet or party food.
Literally had a sausage roll just now. Need one lousy scav kill. I cannot stand a Scotch egg. I think they're disgusting. Sorry. I do like I don't mind a hard-boiled egg. Cannot abide a Scotch egg. It just tastes disgusting. Who the hell was shooting at me? Scav? Lad? You're trouble. Do you mean a coin that goes like ting?
Atomic Snow Globe just resubbed for 8 months. Do you ever get an awesome coin that makes a nice noise when you flip it so you get addicted to flipping it?
No, I'm just trying to guess what you mean. Sweats, but we got our quest. Telling you, man, Interchange, Sweat City.
Tyler223 just resubbed for 2 months.
Gee, thanks. 9 by 18 PM. Quick ballistics check. These do, they actually do, they have no pen, but they do a surprising amount of damage, these things. PP means parabellum, right? So why aren't I... Oh no, these are 9 by 18 Makarov. So the Makarov rounds, PBM GZH is about the only one that looks like it does any kind of penetration at all. This one has 12 pen and does 50 damage. 12. PPE GZH has no penetration. Just sad. I'm going to do a reserve one where we escape, so let's try and do that. I'm just going to do... we've got to do some quests where the things like find 3 of these, find some of those, so I figure we'll just do some rat runs and hope to stumble upon the things we need. I can absolutely recommend some software you could use. So this is the software that I used. It's free, to the best of my knowledge. We did, when over lockdown, we played some poker, and what we would do was, a friend of ours would set up that table, and they would have a spreadsheet, and every time someone buys in, they'd keep a record of how much they'd bought in for and all the rest of it. And, you know, you set like a tenner buys 2,000 chips or whatever, and you keep track of how many times people have rebought and all the rest of it, and we would use that for the game, and then we'd have a Zoom call going, you know, so we could hang out and trash talk and a bit of table talk and stuff like that. So as far as I know, pokernow.club is free. If not, it's not expensive, and you don't have to do things like, it's not like PokerStars, you have to have an account, make a deposit. It's just software. So yeah, give that a go. Gym today was really fucking hard. I am not feeling well after it. As far as I know, they've nerfed the loot pretty much everywhere, haven't they? Maybe it was just reserve. I'm feeling genuinely, like, beyond exhausted. It was horrible. Do you still have a Dota chat channel? I'm not sure what that question means. I'm not trying to be a dick. I don't know what you mean. In Dota 2 menu. Oh, I see. Yeah? Don't use it. It's not a chat. I just use it if I'm playing Dota with viewers. I just use it as a way to organize and X them. What is that? Was he running up the... don't know. I'm feeling a bit odd. It's not. It's just feeling. I just think I'm absolutely fucking wiped out. It's all right now. Just sort of drained. It was a tough session, but. What was that? What the hell was that? I thought there were 3. I only see 2. I'm worried. Why were they just legging it in here? Oh, I need that. What's going on? Could have been a scav waiting to be extracted, that's true. I think that's quite a good key. 220? Isn't that the fancy room where all the good shit spawns? Weird. The way they just ran in like that. Weird. I do wonder how many people that turn up in this chat to ask me if I've seen a game and then describe it just work for that company. Hey Flax, have you seen that exciting new game? It's like a mix between this, and this, and I think, how corporate. Damn, we ditched one of the mags we have that is big. These things are honestly trash. I'm gonna have to buy some more of these. Right. Let me see now. Hold on. God damn. This, you need keys for this. I need the RB Orb 1, Orb 2, Orb 3 and the RBOB key. Like, you actually need the fucking keys for this. That's insane. Yeah, but there's still one where you you need the key. I don't think I've changed my appearance at all, really, Taj. I appreciate it, but I think it's just now that you know, I'm going to the gym. People think I've changed, but I honestly don't think I have changed. Like, I don't think my appearance has changed at all. I'm going to sell this helmet because we don't do helmets. Waste of time, waste of money. We just do sunglasses. Weird. So this key doesn't tell me on the wiki what this has. Do you know what I mean? Like, I look on the wiki, I want to see what is in this. It doesn't say. So, apparently red keycard, but I don't really run Shoreline. Health Resort West Wing Room 220. So I type in Health Resort West Wing 220. And I get West Wing Room 220 key. There's currently no text. Okay. Okay, they changed. Yeah, you're right. 1 weapon box, 2 weapon boxes, rare loose loot. Used in the quest Spa Tour Part 4. We'll just hold on to it. It might be useful. We'll just hold on to it. Quick scav run. I'm going to try and rinse through the scav runs as fast as I can until I get one with a cowboy hat or a Ushanka. I know Bob loves Resort, but as one who is challenged directionally, it's AIDS. I find that by the time I get to Resort, like unless I spawn near it, the time it takes to run over there is just unbelievably slow. If you go over at that sort of swampy ruined village thing, there are loads of little stashes, but you're out they're all kind of exposed. You know what I mean? Like I've tried to get into the map, but I just find it really hard. The maps that I like are ones where I know there's lots of cover. I know where people are going to be, where they can be, and there's lots of places to just hide, and you will hear people coming and all the rest of it. Interchange, I find I get killed from God knows where by God knows who. Quite often a lot of sweats on that map. And the extracts are really rough. Woods is not bad, but it can be quite hard to see another player. I got plus rep. Someone posted a clip on Tarkov. The second shot was to his right. It was over his shoulder. The clip was this guy just had a pistol. You know, the not the 1911, but whatever it's like the M29A3437 pistol, whatever, American guns, eh? And he snuck up, and there were 3 lads lying on the rocks with sniper rifles just watching. And he aims really carefully at the head of the furthest one. Bang! Double taps the guy nearest him, and then empties his mag on the other guy, and the other lad just managed to get up and get him. Super unlucky, but a very pog attempt. Got to kill PMCs on factory in the office area. It's going to be rough. We're dead. Put ideas like we can do this. Put them from your mind. We are dead. Say it with me. Welcome, Yogs.
Cast rated with 412 viewers.
Lots of scary boys out there. we just fucking go get them?
Expendably just resubbed for 2 months.
Damn! Whew! Good fight though. Must have hit them a bit. God, I think I was just missing them or something. I don't know what I was shooting. I thought I was hitting those guys a fair old bit. No, it wasn't a good job because apparently I wasn't hitting them. I wonder if that, like, sometimes the gun doesn't have a sight on it, so you're actually aiming really high and you don't even realize it. Could have been that. Could just be that I'm fucking hot garbage, let's be quite honest. But we're factory gamers today, so get used to it. Because we've got to kill lads on factory. Got one lag of BS. That's our first mag, in case we bump into a lad straight away. Oh, we just haven't got any fucking ammo. Who sells that? Rapor? What has he got? PRS, PSGS, TGS, PPGS, or USGS. These are all bad, but we'll have to go with PP. PP is probably the least bad. Whew. Little bit of shakes. Adrenaline. Pure, unrefined, hot, steamy adrenaline. Got any ears? One set of ears. Hot, steamy, freshly spawned adrenaline. If you squeezed me like a sponge, it would just shoot out of me from tiny pinholes all over my body. Drain the adrenaline. Come on, calm down, Pyrian. Just spraying out of my head. I was just looking for a face tap on one of those lads. To eat some fruit. That's how you calm down. Shit. No time for fruit. Wipe the orange juice off my hands. This game! Yeah!
It's a way Remus Day just resubbed for 6 months. Morning, gentlemen.
What do you got, Chief? Not bad. searching this fucking jacket. One tap. Just instantly shot me. Bap! In the head, dead. You know when people talk about peeker's advantage? Not for me. My peeks are so bad. Peeking left like that sucks anyway. Your whole body is sticking out before you can see them. Just the worst player you've ever seen. I think we need to be more aggressive. Just fucking get in there. What does Chad hate? What does Chad fear? Chad fears dying to some lad running at him with a shotgun. That's what he hates. Chad is most afraid of looking foolish in front of his friends. Oh, I could be a scab. Can you one-tap with slug ammo in a shotty? You can one-tap with any gun. You just have to catch them in the right place. You got buckshot and they don't have base armor. Shut your bow! Chad is going down, but you got to hit him. Your train's here, get on it. Imminent climate collapse. I think I'm just sad. I'm not just sad that it's happening, because obviously it's an absolute disaster. My kids are going to grow up. A lot of you are going to grow up in just a world that wasn't the one that I grew up in, you know? It's horrible. I think the worst part of it for me is how it's become this political thing. It is horribly depressing. Did we hit him at all? We hit him for 184 damage. Should have just shot him. I just thought, when I heard the rat-a-tat, I thought he'd burned through all his ammo. He did seem to have a lot more ammo than I expected. I just think it should never have been politicized. It should, like, the moment that you reveal, hey, this is a big problem, everyone should be going, oh shit. Makes me wonder, if a giant meteor was headed for the Earth, how many people would say, this is a liberal conspiracy. We mustn't stop or spend any money on stopping this so-called giant meteor. It's rubbish. It's just depressing to think that that would probably be what happens. You know what I mean? People giving it the old, I don't believe in this giant meteor. And they're saying it just as it hoves into view and start, oh, God, they were right. Boom, everybody dead. So, yeah, it's kind of depressing. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Vote for the people that I guess say the right things for you. That's about all I can suggest. We don't really have the guns for this. We could try the old SKS. Maybe that gets the job done. Maybe not. Got no magazine in this.
Liam Alpha just resubbed for 5 months.
TY.
I barely watch due to work, but when I can, I do.
That's great. That's great.
Leonardo da Vinci _ just resubbed for 1 month.
Thank you. I'm going to be honest with you. I think flash grenades are a pile of wank. My tower's on the floor. I can't put it on my desk. My desk isn't big enough. I have 2 monitors. There's nowhere for it to go. I would just say to anybody wondering, I don't want to get political. This is mathematical. Okay? In any example of motivations, I always ask myself, who stands to gain the most from any situation? And my dad is convinced that climate change scientists have just come up with this theory to give themselves work. Okay. You don't see many millionaire climate change scientists loading it up in their Lambos, driving around all rich, flying their private jets. Las Vegas isn't overrun. Oh, here come the whales. It's the climate change scientists.
Trembles just resubbed
Seems
for
kind of
1
stupid.
month.
You do see an awful lot of very wealthy people involved in things like fossil fuel and massive industries. Just saying. If you're going to follow the money, you're not going to find many rich scientists. Did I get any? I thought I saw a lad slumped against the wall. I think they also had SKSs. I don't think it's up for dispute. People saying, I mean, it's just, look, we've been on this planet for about, I think, 300,000 years or something like that, as in our species, right? The idea that this massive warming It's just coincidence that it happened to coincide with, you know, us pumping loads of gas into the atmosphere. I think it's just a good, it's just one of the natural warming cycles of the Earth. I think that is fucking big coincidence for you to pin your hopes on, man. I mean, I don't want to take that chance. Pretty big gamble. I fucking hate 7mm buck. But there, I said it. I said it. Sorry, fans of 7mm buckshot. I hate it. I don't think the flechettes are good. They're shit in real life, but there you go. No one's saying it's not real, are they? Or harmless? Who's really saying that? An idiot? Oh, they're just trolling, guys. Don't listen to them. Why are you listening to them? Oh, actually, he said even if climate change turned out to be fake, wouldn't you rather just make the planet a nicer place? I don't think he didn't say climate change is harmless. What are you guys reading? Yeah, no, I've just read up. What are you guys thinking? I think you guys are agreeing with each other, but it's just the internet, isn't it? So it's hard to get that across. Right, let's see if we can kill some fucking lads in the... Why does it have to be in the office area? That's the worst bit. That's where Chad goes. And I've got to get past this miserable spawn I always get. Ugh. I run. How did he not die? I thought I got him right in the face. Ah. Damn it. Just, yeah, that was the one, man. He only had a shotgun as well. Oh, fuck this quest. I'll do something else. I'm gonna have to come back to this one. I don't want to spend too much money doing this stupid quest because it's a fucking massive sink. It's not worth it. Spend 1 million rubles killing Lateral Factory. I can't do the quest where you have to kill PMCs. Maybe if I could snipe them. The quest where you kill scavs or gather things. I'm a natural gatherer. I'm not a natural born killer. I'm not in my genetic makeup. I'm a rat. Where's the quest for rats? These fucking things seem to be impossible to find. I do fucking filter by item? God, that's frustrating. Like, filter by item and it only shows traders. You know what I mean? Can't do interchange, it's too hard. Woods is, I was trying on a landmine the other day, and it didn't even, I wasn't wearing much armor, didn't even take my leg off. Worst landmine ever. Makes your ears ring a bit. Heal up, on you go. No problem. As long as you're aware. Where I spawned, I saw some landmine signs, ran the other way, more landmines. I know where I was now, but at the time it was awful. Yeah, we're getting there. I figure if we just run around and knob about, we'll bump into it. Shane's doing great, yeah. He lives in Germany now. He works, so he's not around to play Dota with that much, from what I gather. I think he might have a bird as well, so he's a busy young lad. But I play with him occasionally, but I don't see him online much, and you know, I haven't been to an event since TI9. He's playing Tarkov a lot, is he? Yes, he is a Tarkov fiend. This is exactly the sort of game that Shane would get into. Do you know what I mean? She might be a flying bird, I don't know. Yeah, there's no fucking about in Tarkov. You get shot, you die. It's not like other games. It's literally like, you're dead. He's a top lad. Love him. Absolutely love him to bits. Just a lovely, lovely guy. Was TI9 the one with that woman in China? Everyone was in China. It was in China. I don't know which woman you mean specifically. They have women there. Later on, you're literally, if they shoot first and hit you, you're dead. The one who wouldn't give the beer. Yeah. That was TI9. I'm hoping they do late game again for TI10. I'd love to go. Oh, I'm sure the Argentinians do have some strong opinions about the Falkland War. I mean, I didn't learn about it at school. It was still current events back then. I mean, I don't think you could call the Falklands War history when you start school in like secondary school in 1987. Hello. If you take history in high school in the UK, there's a decent chance you learn about it. Maybe nowadays. Not when I were a lad. Shot the lad like a million times, nothing. Not even wearing armor. What? 2 hits? I'm sure my gun was pointed right at him. What? I can't kill anything today. I'm just so slow and old and shit. Like, I'm just so bad. To think of quests. I think we're just literally going to go in and try and grab a friggin' gas analyzer or whatever and get out. Like, we're just going to have to play it just like Ultimo Rat compilation. We must avoid fights at all costs, guys. Like, there's no point trying to win a fight. I cannot. We've demonstrated this. Cannot kill anybody or anything. I mean, there's no point spending money on good guns for anyone who's about to ask that. Why would I do that? What a waste of money that would be. Better off just going in with junk, and when I die, just being like, oh well, didn't cost much. That's the smart play here. Don't take good stuff in. Waste of time, son. Waste of time. Let's try interchange, eh? Ugh. I mean, I suppose the Falklands War was over very quickly. It wasn't like it had some huge historical significance that you could say, you know, compared to World War I, World War II, stuff like that. So it's like you'd just be literally teaching about the Falklands, which was a brief conflict, quite bloody. It was like an actual conventional, small-scale conventional war. There was like a naval battle, an air battle, and a land battle. So it's interesting from a military perspective, because I think that might have been, just thinking, that might have been, for the West, the last time that happened, that there was a full-on air, naval, and land battle that was actually, like, properly ships getting sunk and, you know, all that kind of shit. If you think about Iraq, the invasion of Iraq, or anything like that, the first Desert Storm was over so fast. The second one, I don't think Iraq had much of a navy. Their air force got blown up before the fight even started, really. And the land war was over fairly fast as well. It was more of a, you know, anti-insurgent thing. At the time, there was a lot of opposition to the Falklands War, as a bunch of saber rattling, and of course she was the baddie of the 80s. So a lot of people were dead against it. Even though, you know, if you read about the invasion of the Falklands by the Argentinians, if you read about the history of why they think it's theirs, it's like the Spanish had it and then sort of left it, and we just took it. They didn't sort of definitively give it to us. We just said, well, if you guys aren't going to use this, we'll have it. So they were like, well, no, that means it's still ours. It's like, well, no one was there. That's pretty much the argument. So it's pretty stupid. But yeah, it was pretty brutal, you know, battles, and I think it's Battle of Goose Green and sinking of the Belgrano. That was a big controversy because Margaret. Fucking jam! Are you serious? My gun just jammed. It's friendly fire in pretty much every war. Like, it happens. Oh my god, we absolutely rinsed that dude as well. He can't be in a good way. So yeah, so the argument was that the Belgrano was heading away from the combat zone, and I think she got like conflicting advice. Some people said, look, it's clearly leaving, it's already pretty fucked up, and she ordered it to be shot at. And there's a famous video, some woman called in, this old lady, and called up and said to Mrs. Thatcher, why did you finish them off? Like, that's not cool, they were clearly leaving. And her argument was, well, they could have come back. It might have turned around, and you know there were people telling me that they were going to turn around, and she was saying no, it was headed away. It was like, it's quite a famous bit of telly because it's the first time that a prime minister to my knowledge, had had a fucking phone-in chat with a member of the public who challenged them on some major decision they'd made in a war. Like, it was a big thing. You can read up about it yourselves. I'm no fucking expert, obviously, but it was an interesting one. I don't even know what I'm doing. I can't do any tasks. We can't kill anybody. We're playing like shit. Can't do this one. Can't do this one. We could try and do this one, but I think you have to get out. This, we just can't find one. This, I'm never going to be able to bloody find them. Ugh. You can, but I'm not level 20, so I can't yet. We're only level 19. I think I'm just still so knackered that I'm just like, my reactions are just even worse than normal. I don't want to use this good magazine. I've got a bloody song stuck in my head. I hate it when this happens. What are we going to try and get? Let's just try and run into change. Honestly, it's all right. We'll just keep dying. We'll just try to avoid lads. Tea. I'm a tea drinker. Used to drink a lot of coffee. Flat white was my favorite. Loved a flat white. But yeah, it's for anyone that listens to the Triforce podcast or this stream, you'll be aware that I had a heart problem a little while ago. Nothing major. But a lot of caffeine would be like a trigger. So I even now I have 1 cup of tea a day, just to be on the safe side, you know. And also it's good to not drink too much caffeine. I know people that fucking seem to live on this stuff. It's not. I don't think it's good for you to drink loads of caffeine. But I used to love a flat white. Cup of tea in the morning. Coffee about 11. Yeah, Football Manager doc. He was like, what sort of games do you stream? This is when he said, what do you do for a living? I was like, have you ever heard of Dota? He said, no. And I was listing a bunch of games. He was just shaking his head. I said, Football Manager? He goes, Football Manager? They still make it? I was like, yeah. He said, I love Football Manager. Absolutely love it. He says it's my favourite game. Because the problem is I'd spend so much time playing it. When he went to medical school, he was like, gonna have to get rid of this, and sort of removed it from his life because, yeah, it was an ablation. He knew that, like, you know what you like. Like, I know what I'm like. If I was, like, there are some people out there, quite a few people I know, the only game they want to play is Football Manager. They do not care about other games. You can try and show them other games, they're like, nah, I just don't get it. But Football Manager absolutely eats people for breakfast. If you're into football, FM is that's it. There's nothing better. But yeah, we were talking about like our favorite players back in the day, and Tonton Zola Mukoku and guys like that, you know. Freddie Adu was amazing in old Football Managers. Neil Lennon in a very early version of Football Manager was the best player in the world. Bizarre. Isn't that factory down there? Or am I imagining things? I'm not imagining things. A fine hit. Football Manager is just... I'm honestly tempted to play it again, but I find the current version really frustrating. That's the issue. Surely there should be a gas analyzer in the bathroom. "21" just really pissed me off. Where can I get a gas analyzer in here, you reckon? Alright, we didn't get lucky. I tend to get the GM count or whatever in the drawers, but not the gas analyzer. Asimov. Yeah, we'll wait a bit and then we'll go into the tech stores, I guess. Oh my god, I thought I was being shot at. that a player? Sick! Ugh. Wait, what distance? Doesn't say, does it? It'll say at the end. I did kill him, but I thought it was a scav I'd shot. I didn't realize it was a humble rat. Whoopsie. Feeling a bit better now. I think I was just really tired and really hungry. I didn't eat much before I worked out, so I was just fucking exhausted. I thought I'd had enough to eat, but I hadn't. I ate late as well. I was just distracted. See, what is this ratchet for? I've already got one. I figure it's for something. I figure that's for something. And today was hard. I got the hard trainer. Gives me no rest. It's like, right, 30 seconds rest, and I was like, Like at one point my legs were shaking, like wobbling. And he was like, 20 more seconds rest. And I was like, he's merciless. I heard a lad. I did eat, but just not enough. Not enough. Fuck me. I think he's in one of these shops. Just going to leave him.
Plantadig 269 just resubbed for 7 months.
Thank you. Oh, there's a text door up that escalator. Leave me alone! I don't know where you are! Didn't get him. He ducked back. Ah, we got him.
John Rebus just resubbed for 11 months, almost 1 year. Flax head. Bring up my map. So we're in
This is what I'm up against. Unreal. The fuck are my extracts? We came from power station. We could go back there. Holy shit, this guy is tricked out. Railway? Gonna have to be railway. I don't really want to go this way, but I don't see what choice I have. Just going out the front door seems like suicide. I saw a lad. Yeah, we'll go the long way around. Do not shoot. Fuck me! Catch me breath here. Railway's over there, right? Pretty sure I'm right. Got no nades. Whew. We made it. Headshot, 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 headshot. We needed a run like that, guys. A comeback run. We did it. I'm going to say it right now. SKS, that's my gun of the wipe. Love it. Never lets me down. Never lets me down. Had to ditch her. Back in the old bayou there, but God, this thing is... This is a nutty haul. This stuff is worth some serious cheddar. Lol. Excellent. Excellent. All that survived of that run was a pair of sunglasses and my mask. That's it. That's all we had. Hand is killing me now. We might get that one back on insurance. We might. Yeah, scavs can loot. AI scavs can loot. I just think where it was, you could get scavs running up there. I would run up there, have a look in the tech room, because you often find dead lads there. That's the thing. Like if I'm on interchange as a scav, I go to the tech stores and I try and find where Killer was and see if there's a heap of bodies there to loot. Like that's it. But I think the basic SKS, we might get that back. Because people love the Vepr Hunter, and there was a Hunter there too. Yeah, it would be a bit harsh if AI scavs... I mean, the way I see it, the AI scavs picking stuff up are going to take it back to Prapor. I like the ADAR. I'm better with single shot stuff. Alright, we're going the wrong way. I still don't know the map that well, so I have to orient myself every time. Goodness. That's pretty pog. Just moseying about. So your scav karma is not a separate number from what I can tell. It's your rep with fence. So you can check your rep with defense by just going to traders and looking at your rep with defense. I think mine's about 0.7. Something like that anyway.
Это что за хрень? Ну и чё тут за хуйня?
Just a load of fucking caps. I just want a gas an. DVD. Yeah, I know about the exits. Sure, there's a staircase down around here, right? I'm gonna go out to the main mall bit at the back and see if there's a gas analyzer on any of the shelves. Let me just check my map here. So I think we are just at the northeast tip of Ollie. We've got Emacom as an exit, so we're going the right way. Just all lads together.
Заебись, удачно зашли.
I don't know if the Xeno is good or not. I've got one. I'm sure you need it for some shit, but tube is good. You need that for things. Bit of pop up there.
Jeff Uncle just resubbed for 1 month.
Thank you. Yeah, what are these lockers I've heard about? So where are they? Goshan. We're quite close to Goshan. In front of the tills. So if I go... I think if I go through here... think we get to Goshen this way. We've got to be wary of the amount of time left, but we should be alright. Alright, never mind. Alright, okay. Down this way, maybe? This is still Ollie. I can never remember how to get over there. Go outside and go in the back of Goshen? That's a good idea. Because there's an entrance to it over there, right? So I want to say it's power plant over there, but it's not. It's Emacom. So that's where we need to go anyway.
Нормально, нормально.
These? They look thoroughly cleaned out. Oh, now we know where they are, though. They have been thoroughly cleansed. Yeah, he probably did just take everything.
Буду бить аккуратно, но сильно. Ща к барыгам, а потом по бабам. Опачки! Живем, пацаны! Кому тут пизды валить? А вот тут друган мой бывал точно. А вот тут друган мой бывал точно. Буду бить аккуратно. Но сильно.
With some nice armor, body armor for me rat runs. That Corund is quite nice. I love a Carassa, me. Everybody knows that. It's probably one of the most known facts about me. Tyrion loves the Carassa. They all say, oh, roll their eyes, they laugh. It's true. Can't help it. It's just a good, solid, cheap piece of kit. Emphasis on cheap. Pyrian, what's your favourite gun? Ooh, the Carassa. That's not a gun, Pyrian. I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question. Too busy thinking about the Carassa. What a spicy piece of kit. Nuts. Made the boo-boo. Now we have to bagception it. Item is incompatible. Pourquoi? Oh, that's only for meds? Oh well. I thought that was the Sanitar bag was only for meds. You're thinking of the Sanitar bag. No, I'm sorry, we didn't do Triforce because Sips had his baby yesterday, so he's a little busy, but we're going to do one next week. The Sanitar bag is this one. That. SFMP. The Slim Field Med pack, which has a big plus sign on it. The pillbox is just a bag. So yeah, no Triforce today. Tempted to get a dog tags case. Also tempted to sell this sugar because it just takes up so much space. Who will buy my wonderful sugar? How much would you give me for sugar? 10k a pop. What about, I need to get money through this lad. I need to spend 500k with him or sell 500k with the stuff. Would you like to buy some sugar? He'll give me 9k for the sugar. I'll tell you what, I'll sell you my hot rods because I've never taken them in. I've never taken, actually we'll keep hold of the emergency rations. You don't need hot rods for a quest or anything, do you? I'm going to Google it. Just in case. Hot rod Tarkov. You'll need 15 of them for the hot rod quest. Nope, you don't need them for a quest. You can give them for some ammo. 10 of those, 5 Tarcolas, 5 herrings and 5 squash for a hollow Dilnik. 10 of them. Do we have 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do. Do we have 5 Tarcolas? We don't. I'm going to have to buy some of those. I think I drank them. Cans of herring. No, we got salmon. 1 can of... No, that's soury. Alright, well, we'll hold on to them then. And 5 squash. Got a couple of squashes. Alright, we'll hold on to those. We'll hold on to those. I can give him... Oh, with a 1 purified water, a sugar, a Mayaka coffee, and an English tea, you can make hot rod. 20 hot rods in nutrition unit level 3. We don't have any interest in doing that. I might sell him something that I don't intend to use. I mean, we're never going to use this SVDS. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. It's much too fancy for me to ever really use. So I might sell that. That's 100,000 buckaroos for that gun. I can't buy anything off the market, Bob, unfortunately. We're not quite there yet. We're close. We've got 30,000 XP to get. This would be worth some XP. I don't know why it doesn't show you the reward. Database part 1. This is worth 8,000 XP. And they're all just... They're not in the main mall. They're all in the external bits. God, they're a pain in the ass to get there by the looks of things. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a bloody go. Can non-citizens own guns in the US? As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, like if you're there on holiday, you're not allowed to buy a gun. Because, you know, you'd need ID, right? But I think some gun stores you can just go in and buy them, right? So if you lived there, if you had like resident status, you know, but you weren't a US citizen yet, like you were there, like my friend went there to work for a couple of years, but he was just on a green card that his employers were using. So I don't think he could have, not legally, but I think it is. You can walk into quite a few places, and I don't think they do any background checks. Depends on the state as well. I think if you went to certain states, you'd find it a lot easier to buy a gun, but I don't think you could legally own a gun if you're not a citizen, I would assume. But I have also read something that said that all the rights of the Constitution are afforded to anybody traveling to the US. So you have all the same rights as anybody else, constitutionally speaking, if you're a visitor. I could be wrong, Americans to confirm, but I believe that's true. You need a license for concealed carry in quite a few states. But yeah. Yes, he was one of the kids at the Dunblane Massacre. It's crazy. It's amazing. I watched a TikTok, I retweeted it the other day, about the woman who designed the emergency, like the backup for the backup for the backup for the Apollo 13 mission. And of course they had to use it because they got into such a state. So it was like, this was like the emergency turnaround and come home sort of software, you know, how to get them back, whatever this piece of software was that she wrote. She was very heavily pregnant at the time, went into labor, took her work with her, in the hospital, she finished it off, gave it to her boss, she gave birth, of course they needed it. The child she gave birth to that day, Jack Black. Pretty crazy. I've shot guns. Look, every time I've been to the States, I've shot guns. I've shot guns when I was in the cadets, and it was great fun. I shot guns whenever I go to the US. I'll go to a gun shop that has a range and shoot. It's fun. It's fun. But I'm fucking glad that if I get in an argument with my neighbor, there's very little chance of me getting shot. Yeah, the Lego gun, the Block 16, fucking insane. Absolutely insane. We went to several. We used to go to army bases quite a bit when I was in the cadets at school, which was just like, it was a very conservative all-boys school, so it has a cadet sort of thing there to sort of fast-track kids into going into the military. Quite a few lads did. One of the lads that that I was at school with, he was in the year above me, he was killed in Afghanistan. So he joined up and went and fought and got killed. It was pretty nuts. But yeah, we would shoot guns at lunchtime. We had the shooting club. It was 2-2. Lee Enfield's converted to 2-2. And we were on the target shooting team for the school. Shooting guns at school. Can you imagine it? We didn't think it was a big deal at the time. But yeah, they had an armory at the school. That's amazing. With bullets, you know. It's amazing. I thought about it, but then I also thought, do I want to be told what to do for a living? Like, every day. What time you get up, what time you eat, all that stuff. And then potentially being sent into a war. I just thought, nah. But yeah, the Lee Enfield's that's a heavy gun. That's solid wood. Like, and, you know, the metal on it is like, it's heavy. There was no... These were big guns, so... There's a shooting club not far from me in Twickenham. 2.2s only. Yeah, it was... I shot a Bren gun, I shot a SA-80, I shot a FAL, I shot a Browning high-powered pistol, like all the standard issue stuff that they had, and some of the SA-80 was just coming in. We shot all those in the CCF. It's amazing to think about. And then when I've been to the States, just pistols. I haven't been to Vegas and done all the submachine gun stuff. I did shoot an AK and an M16 and a shotgun when I went to Texas. My mate had a mate, Korean guy, who'd moved to America and had bought a bit of land and had loads of guns and just shot a 2.2 is a .22 caliber bullet, so it's very small but deadly. You know, you can kill with a 2.2. So yeah, it's a .22 caliber, so it's very little. You know, it's like about the thickness of a pencil, probably, maybe slightly less. And our teacher that would take us for shooting, because we were the club, like, he really appreciated that we would give up our lunchtimes to go and practice. In art class, I made a head of clay, like a bust, and put all brains and stuff in there and put it on a piece of wood at the end of the range, and we all shot the clay. They were like 3, 2, 1, fire! Blam! There's just clay everywhere, like all tiny bits of clay all over the walls. He was like, "What a mess, boys! What a mess!" But we never had to clean it up. He loved the fact we were in the shooting club. Like, if you were enthusiastic about the CCF, the teachers in charge of it, you know, they were just like, you could get away with anything. In the 6th form, I remember we found a hidden room behind the stage. So we had, you know, in the big auditorium area where you have like your assemblies and everything, it was huge. It was 1,000 kids school, so it was a big sort of theatre. Had the stage for when they put on productions, and at the back there, if you went up a ladder, there was an area. It was a concrete area, obviously meant for backstage lighting crews and sound stuff to sit up there. Nobody knew about it. It was like completely unused for years. And one of the guys that was he was a sound technician for a lot of the plays. Him and his mate started up a business, and they would do sound stuff for like local theatres and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. We found this little area, and we just hang out back there. We'd play cards and chat and stuff like that. One day, BJ Sanders, the big head honcho of the CCF, we were all in there chatting, and suddenly we hear the trap door open, and his head pops up, and he goes, "You crafty buggers!" And we were like, "Oh, sorry, sir." And he said, "You're not smoking back here, are you?" We said, "No, sir, we're just hanging out." And he said, "Carry on, lads, carry on," because we were all in the CCF, every one of us. So he was just like, "Don't you worry, boys." So we had like a hidden area. We didn't tell anybody else. Just like 5 or 6 of us. It was funny. This is taking some time, huh? When we saw his head popping up through the hole, we were like, "Oh, we're dead. We are dead. He's going to kill us." Yeah, I mean, he was like, "You're not smoking," and he could smell we weren't smoking. We did that in the cops. Like, you didn't smoke at school. That was in the school. It was madness, but there was areas you could hide in the cops and smoke. I mean, he recognised us all. Like, half of us were on the shooting club. So he was just like, clocked us. He's like, "I know these lads." 10-minute queue. Yeah, lots of fights, of course. If I back out though, Bob, now it's going to take 10 minutes to leave the game. It wasn't like... There were a couple of other schools in Bournemouth that were like rougher. So it was a grammar school. So it was mainly, you know, middle class kids. But some of the kids that came in that sort of did well on the 11 plus, but lived in rougher areas of Bournemouth, were of course, you know, they were used to fighting. There were a few lads in every year that were just like nutters. And in our year we had a good 5 or 6 lads that were like bonkers. One of them was like 6'2" at like 14 years of age. He was fucking huge. Charlie had, his hands were enormous, just his huge hands, and people would often try it on and, you know, mess with him just to see if they could. He was regarded widely as the hardest kid in the year, so people would always, you know, the next level of lads, like in a pack of dogs, would turn on him occasionally, and Charlie would just go bang, 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 just walk towards them, punching, and they'd be going, oh, wait. It's like, you're told. He wasn't even, I mean, he was, you know, everyone there was skinny as fuck. But if you've got 6'2" man with reach, he's built like a man. Huge. And everyone else is like little kids by comparison. And they were the lads who had full beards and mustaches. It was just like, how does this lad have a beard at like 15? Like a proper beard. It's mad. Has everybody watched the Toddy video? I'm trying to rekey. Now I'm on leaving game. Ben! It's the way he... Ben is just Ben. That's my favourite part of the video. And there's Gemma and a couple of other guys have like a cameo. Gemma is a drunk woman looking at some bread. Yeah, it was funny. But yeah, it's like Ben is in the bar. He's some kind of scribe or something. And yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna have to alt F4. And in comes Toddy. Out of my way! Haha! Good to see ya! He like clanking everybody's glass, beer going everywhere. And it was like all the stories that he tells, because I don't know it. I assume Total Warhammer is having some big update, and there's all these new monsters or whatever. Like I haven't played Total War Warhammer in ages. I know Bob's a big fan, and I know Ben and Tom play it a lot. But yeah, I haven't played it in a while. So I assume it's yeah, the new DLC sort of thing. But it was just so funny. Like they were just cracking up the whole time. Like, you know, it was, well, on Tom's channel. If you watch the one on Tom's channel, it's unbeeped. That's the only one I've seen. I assume they've also put it out on their official channel. But yeah, they just keep laughing all the time. It was really funny. It was a really good video. Probably one of the best videos we've made in ages, I think. I just really liked it. I just think the character's so funny. But they keep stepping out of it. He's like, we're just gonna do all the catchphrases right at the start, Ben. You know, it's just, it was funny. It was good. God bless him. A couple of top lads. I'm gonna try and go down in September. I haven't seen. It's been, well, I think it's probably knocking on for 2 years since I went down there. Here we go. I guess we just try another map. Let's just try. Maybe we'll get lucky with the server this time. I met some of the Total War guys at PDXCon, the first one that they did in Stockholm, with the Botel boys, Munt and the Botel boys. Can't remember. I don't think Bob was there for that. Actually, were you, Bob? I think Nanesk was, maybe. Munt definitely was. Chock was. It's a good crack. It was a good crack. The problem with PDXCon was, from my perspective, is that you could play the games a little bit, but then basically it was just us hanging out in Stockholm. So they took us out for a really nice meal. Me and Sips and Lewis went out there. I think a couple of the other lads went out there. So we just sort of hung out. It was just good crack. But it's not like Gamescom or something like that. I went to TwitchCon, the one in Berlin, and the actual event itself I found incredibly dull because I didn't want to meet anybody. The party was alright on the first night. I had a few drinks, struggled to find a kebab place in Berlin somehow. Walked around, came back to the hotel to call it a day, and K-pop was there. If anyone remembers K-pop from the Dota scene, and he was like, "Holy shit, Pyrian!" And I was like, "Oh my god!" I hadn't seen him in years. And then we just went out. Like a bunch of the lads were like, "We're going out to find a karaoke bar. Are you down for it?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go!" So we found one that was open like till whenever. We were there till about 4 in the morning. So we were just doing karaoke and drinking for like 6 hours. It was insane. It was great. And then the next night we went to another bar. We went out for a meal with a bunch of the Twitch guys. Had like, you know, bratwurst and just loads of beer and all the rest of it. And Bratkartoffeln and sauerkraut and everything. Proper German beer hall. And then, yeah, we were out for fucking ever. It's like 2 really big nights. It was great. But the actual con itself was just like, I don't want to meet so-and-so streamer or blah-blah streamer because I don't watch them. And I'm not a big deal, so it's not like I'm walking around people going, "Oh my god, period." So it was just like, I'm just at a place with a bunch of other people who are constantly streaming. It's just people walking around streaming. "I'm on the escalator now, guys. Headed up the next floor. Just gonna grab some refreshments. So let's go get a drink. Oh, look at this. Look at this. They've got cans of Coke here, and cans of Sprite. I love Sprite. What are we gonna get, chat? We'll get a Coke. Yeah, it's just like that. People with selfie sticks everywhere they're moving. They're just like this. Hello, I'm at TwitchCon. Just like over and over. And I think, come on, who's gonna watch that? Couple of game demos. Saw Bambo. He's a funny lad. No, that was a different TwitchCon when Doc got banned. I mean, when we did stuff like Comic-Con, that's always a laugh. That's always a laugh. I think me, Sips, and Lewis did a panel at Comic-Con. I can't remember what we talked about. I think people just asked stupid questions and we tried to answer them. Well, if I go to TI10, we've got to have, you know, PFlax in the morning live from Bucharest. I really want to go up this way. Jesus Christ. No chill. Hoping a lad will run along and we can... Bip, bip. Just gonna wait here. No interest in engaging with other people. I got in a bit of trouble for one of my PFlax in the morning vids. I think fucking Deadspin picked it up. It was the most viewed one by far. Talking about how Bulldog got rejected for getting into the US because he said he was here to work. And you can't say that at customs. There was a big to-do about it. Just a wee lad making his way in a Chad's world. I don't want any trouble. Well, they've changed. I think partly because of my video. So that's why they were not best pleased. Well, I should have just kept my mouth shut. It was working all right. No harm, no foul, you know. I mean, that's what I assume anyway. I don't know. It's just that, like, if websites are picking up on it and be like, ah, then I was like, oh shit, I think I said something bad. It was not clever. Just keep your mouth shut, you know what I mean? That's the best bet in most situations. I don't believe there's any kind of deliberate policy or anything like that. It was just like... Now, I'm really not happy about this, but if I go this way, we'll do that thing where we come out the back of Goshan again, right? We're never going to make this. There's no way. Because we've got to go to... Previously, this was a quiet part of the world where nobody messed. Now, everybody wants to hit the back of Goshan, and I've got to bloody go in there. Well, to be fair, it's on the far side. What are my extracts? We've got railway, and that is good for us, actually. They're close. You see? They're close. We're dead. We're dead. Lads have been here. Consults map in absolute blind terror. It is. It's got to go in here and to the far corner. Fuck me. God, my hands are sweating. Of course, of course. Brilliant. I don't have the physical prowess required to make that jump. All I've got to show for this is some Tushonka. We need that. Oh, there's loads of grub here. Look at this. Now, it's implied Ah, I see. Well, we're definitely not making this, team. It's round here. They will not take my energy drinks. Yep, there's a lad right where we don't want him. Just gonna hide here. One of these needs a key? That's not what the wiki said. Desks. Is that it? All right, got one left. One left. It's not far. Footsteps. I know I don't need to get them all in one raid, but I've got to go this way to get out. It's right on against the far wall. I know where that office is. I can get to ITEA this way, right? cupboard. I need to go north. What was that? Let me guess where I am. Hold on. I think I'm still in Goshan. I think I need to go through there and to the far wall. What do you reckon? Go in there, far wall. This game is so much fun. It's to my right. Now we gotta get out of here. We've got railway exfil. Or we leg it out the back and go for a hole in the fence. God, I hate that quest.
Spiderpan just resubbed for 66 months. Dunno when my sub ran out. Must have been when my account got hacked. How is the wipe treating you so far?
Thanks for the sub. Sorry to hear about your account getting hacked. Nerve-wracking. Ah, trusty loot that always comes back. Propos, hold that for me for a little bit. Hold that for me just for a little bit. Right. Sell some shit. We could sell our shit SVDS because we've got that POG one. But actually, I kind of like taking the shit one in because it's only worth. Oh, actually, what's the shit one worth? 51. The good one we took off that lad is worth 95. Might sell that because I mean, Christ, if I lose that, you know what I mean. I mean, I'm not, you know. Ugh. Just got so little room. We're getting there. Halfway there. Almost exactly halfway there. I mean, that should just stay 0. Lock picking. See, that's something that they're going to add, isn't it? Ratchet wrench. 2 need to be found for stash level 4. 1 needs to be found for water collector. Oh, you need 1 to make a graphics card. 8 circuit boards, 8 CPUs, 2 GPU fans, 2 VPX, and a wrench equals a graphics card. Why are you guys suggesting things that you just... I mean, I've got 2 fucking scav cases, and they're both full. Why scav case? Okay, cool. Great idea. Wish I'd thought of that. Come on, guys. Clearly got them. What I don't have is a food box, which would be really handy because I've got lots of food, or a dog tag case, and I have lots of dog tags, so, and I can't, I just literally, I'm out of space to store all this stuff. We can clear it. There's a bit of clearing up we can do. Here's my concern. I know I'm going to need all of these things, and I don't want to have to buy them. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to have to buy them. I want to be that guy who already has all the bits, because that's so much easier and cheaper and quicker, and you don't have to give some scrub any of your hard-earned rubles. I will be back in a sec. Oh. You have played a fair old bit, Bob. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Imperial_Prince just resubbed for 1 month.
It did save a fair old bit of space. I just need that, the Dilnik. Gotta get that Dilnik. I know what I'm like. I'm never going to take these in. I'm going to sell them to a mechanic. Until I get rich, this is just taking up space. We're never taking any of this stuff in. We're just going to flog it. Any other guns we didn't sell that? Sell that, sell that. Probably sell this fucking thing as well. I am really just waiting for something to go wrong with the sorting table one day, and it just deletes your stuff. Like, I keep thinking that's going to happen. It's going to delete it. It's going to delete it one day. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Sorting table bugs. Just lost all my stuff. That's going to be the messages. Phew! Database Part 2. So we need A key. Lodge office. Don't have it. Inside the trunk of the blue car, right beside the shortcut between the factory area of customs and the new gas station. That's a place you can get it. 440 grand, so 500k. Oh, we'll just go try and get it on fucking. We'll just go try and get it. I mean, I've got the Ultra Med key, which is an expensive key. I've got some pretty good purple keys, but nothing, you know, nothing too fancy. Like, it's just it does a job, innit? It's a, you know, get by, but nothing that's gonna blow your mind or whatever. We got any? Can we do it as a scav run, maybe? Who's spending $500,000 on it? Wow. So I found this infographic. A mate of mine forwarded it to me. Look at this. It says how we use land in the UK. Cereals, peat, dairy pastures, dairy feed, beef and lamb. Wallop. Look at that. Oh, shit. Have I got the bobble hat? Hell yeah. I see that and my rust instincts say, hemp, better pick that. Need cloth. But it's not. It's just stuff. Knobs! Oh, we'll go around. No, no, we're gonna make this jump. Yeah! Alright, no, we're not. Where's this motor? Over here. There's nothing there. The bobble on my bobble hat stays rock steady when you're running. Should be flopping about like crazy. Being bloody bit clean, isn't it? Knobs. What a pain in the ass. I heard shooting.
Smithy2255 just resubbed for 1 month.
Thank you. I think we'll just, every time we have a scav run, we'll do interchange and see if that key's there. Finn in your Discord has the key you need. Well, good for him. Love to hear it, Bob. Definitely going to keep the bobble hat. Fuck all the rest of it. How do you differentiate Scav from PMC? They do look different. The Scavs tend to have scavvy looking clothes on. Yeah, you can just kind of tell. I thought you were just winding me up, Bob. I mean, how's he going to help me? I don't want help. I don't want some lad holding my hand. I'll open the door for you, Perian. Lame. The Scavs now, I have not been shot by a player Scav in some time. Genuinely, in some time. I cannot find one of these fucking things for love nor money. Normally got loads. None. Same, I had a cowboy hat, sold it, didn't know about this quest, forgot. So I'm kind of waiting for a Scav to turn up who's got an Ushanka or a... But they're all just bold. Happy with Bournemouth's transfers so far. Didn't we have like fucking I don't think we've signed anybody, have we? One lad, right? That Spanish lad who played for Brentford, wasn't it? Marcondes. That's it. Is he Danish, is he? Oh, okay. One more run, then I've got to call it a day. I'm knackered. I do check filing cabinets a lot. He played 40 times. I mean, the thing is, honestly, we just need bodies. Like, I'm not kidding. If you can play and you can pass the ball, we'll fucking have you. Because we've... Like, the youngsters coming through, it's just nothing. We have not spent a lot of money on transfers in some time because we bought a few lads and it was a fucking disaster. Now we're bringing in Scott Parker. My issue is, at Fulham, they had tons of loan signings. I don't think that's his fault. I think that's the board. So hopefully if we back him, and if he's any good, I mean, Jesus, it's the Championship, you know, it's not rocket science. I think the harder part is getting a team together, playing for each other, and playing some decent football. That's pretty much it. A lot of the teams in the Championship are not great. Top half is very competitive. Wrexham, you're a Wrexham fan, eh? But I mean, it's got some shit players. I would like it if we had some, like, Lewis Cook and David Brooks, who I both thought were going to really kick on and be great players for us. Just kind of... David Brooks just keeps getting injured. Lewis Cook has gone backwards massively. Plymouth is a big club. I mean, there's nothing else fucking down there. That's what gets me about Plymouth. Is it's like, they've got a big ground. Home Park's a big ground. I think Danjuma stayed, yeah. Who was it who bid for him? Villarreal. Bid 15 million. They told him to fuck off. But, I mean, he was a highlight for us. We need to keep hold of him. But if we don't go up this season, he's fucking leaving for sure. I mean, we don't have the money and the everything that Watford had, for example. I mean, we've only got a wealthy Russian billionaire, but he doesn't put his hand in his pocket that often, you know? I don't know why he bought the club. Yeah, I mean, the championship, if you look at the... So, like, if a team plays good football and they're up for every game, they're away with it. It's the teams that are kind of meh. Like, you can't phone it in. It is a hard league. Very physical. And the teams, like, you know, there are some really good teams who will absolutely school you. And sometimes teams will have, like, lads on loan from the Premier League, and they, you know, they'll dominate, sort of thing. But it's not like I mean, it is a tough league to get out of, don't get me wrong, but compared to the Premier League, I mean, Jesus, the Premier League was unbelievably hard. You come up against a team, they just make you look like complete clowns. I saw us play Spurs, and it was like awful. It was awful. They were so in control. Ben Foster's in YouTube stuff. No, I didn't. I'll have a look at that. I feel bad for Forest, man. I mean, they'd had those glory days, but it's a bit like scoring in the first, you know, first 5 minutes. You then got to hold on to it. A lot of these big powerhouse northern clubs just been horribly mismanaged for years. It's awful. Awful. I mean, Forest, European Championship. Twice they won the European Cup, right? Wasn't it back-to-back or something like that? Still, it must be so grim. Like, Bournemouth have never had success. Us getting promoted to the Premier League was the pinnacle of our achievements to date. Well, we live here now. I watched the documentary, Bob, and I felt like, obviously, I just think it's awful because if you look like it, watching the documentary, the way the fans spoke about it, they were heartbroken. Like, they were just heartbroken, and understandably. I mean, Sunderland is like, I'm not being funny, but a lot of clubs, it's just nice to have a football team. This was like, this was their whole thing. You know what I mean? Wow. This guy came to party. Damn it! Damn it! Close on both counts. Look at this fucking thing. No! Where did he come from? If I hadn't been checking my ammo, we could have got him. That's how it goes. That just came out of nowhere. Who's there? just hanging out. Just a lad hanging out. 3 players outside of the tracks. I don't think I've ever seen that. Maybe he came back over the river looking for me. Neither of these is the key I need, is it, sadly? G office, gas station office, and dorm 308. Ugh. Got a scav run? No. Alright, we'll call it a day. What is it, Thursday? I'll be back tonight, 8 o'clock. Tarkov or Dotes, one of the two. Thanks for watching today. That's 3 hours 45. I'm in a fair bit of pain. I might need to have a lie down. My trainer was very, very cruel to me today, and my legs and my arse are killing me, and my back. So I'm gonna have a rest. But I will see you guys at 8. Cheers for watching. Take it easy. Peace out.